Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Yeah, I just feel this week has just been a lot, you guys. It's today's Thursday and this week has been very difficult for me, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's just been, I've been dealing with, I don't even know if I've just been dealing with that, but my body and my mind has been going through it. So today I've just put on a face mask because also my skin has been breaking out, and I think it's because of PMS, because I'm on my period. But usually I didn't used to break out too much when I was on my period. I would maybe get like one pimple, and now my forehead has like a few rashes. So I thought the CeraVe was working, and it probably is, but this week my skin has just not been looking the best. So today, just to make myself feel a bit better, I've put on this mask. This is my best mask ever, you guys. Let me show you. Here, where is it? Oh, here it is. And I think it's a favorite for many users of Lash Cosmetics, the mask of Magnaminty. It's really good. It says it's a deep cleanse with tingly peppermint oil and scrubby aduki beans. It keeps your skin cool. Keep your skin cool. This refreshing clay mask dives deep to battle dirt and oil. So if my skin is breaking out because it's not just clean enough, hopefully the mask of Magnaminty will help, because I don't know if it's this cleanser that I'm using that is not cleansing my skin well enough, because when I put up the post on Instagram saying that I started using this cleanser, some people with oily skin were telling me how they tried out this cleanser, but it wasn't doing much for them. It wasn't cleansing their skin well enough, so they were breaking out. So they opted to use the foaming cleanser from CeraVe. But since I wanted to battle with the hydration of my skin, I wanted to restore my skin's hydration, I decided to go with this one, and it's a gel cleanser. So I don't know, I'm just trying to see. So I'm just gonna put on this mask. I'll see how my skin fares over the next few days. Hopefully, I'm just praying that it's just my periods. By next week my skin will be back to normal. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, usually I never used to go through the most when I'm on my period. Okay, so my camera cut me off, but yeah, I was even thinking of doing a whole video about period talk, because I've just been going through the most with my periods. So, and this started like I've always had difficult periods, in terms of like I have really bad cramps. Like, I can't survive a menstrual cycle without taking painkillers. Like, I'm so reliant on painkillers, otherwise I can't function, which is really bad. So last month I remember I took such strong painkillers which used to knock me out. Like, I'd take them. First of all, they would take long to kick in, and my mom was actually like, these are very strong painkillers, so they should work immediately. But for me, they should take very long to kick in. Once they kick in, they just basically knock me out. So I just black out and sleep for hours until like when I wake up, maybe in pain again, I don't know. But it was just really bad. So this month I've gone back to my usual painkillers, which is I use Diclomol Plus, and this one's work instantly, but it's just been bad. It's been really bad. So my period started yesterday. Today's Thursday, but the whole week I've been feeling so shit. So like I guess I can say from around Sunday, I've just been in the pits, you guys. And I understand that it's normal to feel shitty around this time of corona. So I was thinking maybe it's that, but then I was just like, I thought I'd found a way to accept and deal with this corona situation. Like, why is it affecting me so much? And I was feeling shitty about like just the situation. I was feeling shitty about everything. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Like, for me, when I'm going through like this depressive moods, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. I just want to be left alone in my own cocoon. I don't even want to look at my phone. I don't even want to eat. I lose my appetite. I just want to be left in my own shell, and I usually just end up binging on like a series and just trying to like get into another fantasy world, which is another thing about my star sign. I'm such a dreamer. Sometimes I just like to get lost in my own thoughts when I don't want to deal with reality. So that's how I felt on Sunday. The whole weekend I was just basically, I think from Sunday, because Saturday I was a bit more up and lively. Sunday I was just in my moods. Monday came, and this time Monday I have work to do. Like, I didn't feel like doing any work. I didn't feel like talking to any of my colleagues, and I'm just like, there were so many messages coming through my phone. There's even a point I put my phone on silent because I was just like, this is so toxic. I had a meeting I had to host for work on Monday. I managed to endure that meeting, and the whole time I was just feeling such resentment to people in my life, to my colleagues, because I just felt like they were not like appreciating my work enough. Like, so many things that I would not usually like, that wouldn't really bother me, were starting to bother me. Like feedback, I was looking at feedback as like attacks against me. I started critiquing myself and my business so much, thinking that I'm not doing well enough, that my products are not good enough, that just guys, I had even planned to, so I'm still working on my loungewear collection, yeah, and on top of that I'm still working on now my 2020 annual collection. So for the loungewear collection, I was really like going back and forth with the type of fabrics to use, because I'm trying to make like loungewear sets, so like cute shorts and tops, or pants and tops, or dresses to go with the robes, stuff like that. And I want the fabrics I use to be really soft and good quality, but at the same time, the Kenyan market, people don't like to buy quality. They want quality, but they don't want to pay for quality. So one of the reasons I actually use, like, for example, satin as opposed to silk is because people, if I was supposed to use fabrics like silk, people wouldn't be able to afford my products. And already now I get so many people saying that my products are too expensive. So I was just feeling like maybe I'm just not in the right market, maybe just I don't know. I was going through it. On top of that, I was just feeling so bored of life, guys, like bored to death. I was just like, when is this going to end? Also, I just wanted to be, I was like, I want to live alone. I want my own apartment. I just want to be in my own space. I want to have I was all up in my feelings this week. So I was just trying to like understand why I was feeling this way, because I was just like, this, I can't go on like this. So Tuesday after Monday, I just went back into my series. Actually, guys, I have binged on like a couple of seasons these past few days. I finished Westworld, all the 3 seasons, guys. I am like caught up. Actually, like, I don't even know if there's gonna be a season 4. Probably, yeah. But yeah, I finished all 3 seasons of Westworld. I've watched, what else have I watched? I'm now watching Power season 6 because I hadn't even watched Power season 6. I'm already on episode, I think, 10, and I started it yesterday. Oh my god. Anyway, and then after that, okay, what was the point of this? Now my mind has just, I've even forgotten what I was talking about. But yeah, so this week was just hectic. So yeah, so now I was trying to just understand why I was feeling this way. So I checked my period calendar, because I was like, maybe actually, when is the last time I got my period? It's a new month. And then I found out that my period was supposed to be coming on yesterday. No, on Tuesday. Like, my period calendar said my period was coming on Tuesday. Yesterday, actually, yeah. So I was just like, okay, I think this is why. Because also I was feeling shitty about my skin. I was just like, guys, oh god, I don't want to break out. I don't want my skin to like be problematic. I don't want to have problematic skin. Like, my skin is one of my things. Like, gosh, my good skin is one of like my things, you know. So I was just like, okay, so I was basically checking, maybe I'm breaking out because of my period. So I checked and I saw that my period was coming soon. And I think just that realization that it was an external factor that was affecting my mood and my mind so much kind of helped me like get out of it, because I was in this depressive loop. So I was like, okay, Teshie, this is not a permanent feeling. It's gonna go away. Just try and find a way to work around it. Get ready for some intense physical pain, because at that point I was just going through mental pain. But I knew that now the physical pain of the cramps was coming soon, so I kind of prepared for that. But I think just knowing that helped me get through it better, get through my PMS, because I guess this was PMS, guys. I don't usually PMS, but I guess this was it. So I struggled to work on Tuesday. I struggled to work yesterday, but I did, like, work my day job. I did. I went to pick up the new orders from the tailor which she was working on. So I used to try to visit her twice a week, once to pick up orders and then once to give her new orders, basically. Also, she had been really annoying me. Also, my tailor was annoying me, guys, because she was taking so long to like work on some of these things, and I was just like, why are you taking so long? But at the same time I was just like, I'm also like slacking with work, so why should I expect my employee to like not be slacking? It's anyway. So yeah, then today I woke up feeling kind of better. What's the time now? I think it's like it's probably around 2. Let me check. I woke up at like 11 a.m. after going to bed at like 5-6 a.m. Yeah, it's 1:55. It's going to 2. I have a call in the next 2 hours with my manager. I'm just like, I've really been like not looking forward to calls, to communication with the outside world. I'm just like, but anyway, so yeah, so I think today I woke up feeling much better. I washed, so I have to launder all the clothes that come from the tailor before I send them out, before I deliver them. So I laundered that. I put them up to hang. I wanted to do that last night, but then I figured it was gonna rain, and it actually rained. So if I'd actually hung the clothes last night, it would have been rained on. So it's good I just waited for today. So I'll probably send out the new orders tomorrow, so I'll probably make the deliveries tomorrow. But yeah, so the one thing that really shifted my mood today, like made me realize, actually, Teshie, your life is actually pretty fucking awesome. Especially when I looked back, like last year, what was I hoping for? What were my dreams and aspirations last year as compared to now? I couldn't believe that I've actually achieved so many of the things that I was wishing so hard for last year, which I didn't think were possible last year at this time in terms of my business. So yeah, I definitely think I'm on the right track in terms of my business, and also this move to Kenya was actually a good move for me and my business as well. So the one thing, guys, this is the exciting part about this video. The one thing that really like shifted my whole mindset and got me out of that depressive loop or PMS or whatever that was that I got my first international order from France. Oh my gosh, guys, like from France, from Marseille. Is it Marseille? Marseille, France. You guys probably know the town or city I'm talking about in France. So I got this. So one of the places I sell my work, apart from my own e-commerce store, is also another digital marketplace called Fashionomics Africa. You guys probably know that I was working with them for a while as a digital content creator. So I used to create content for their site, but then my contract ended with them, so now I'm just a seller. So they also have a digital marketplace where they allow designers to sell their products. So I had only listed 5 products on their marketplace, and that was some items from my Lion King collection. So yeah, one girl from France ordered for it. So they have a partnership with DHL, so I am also a partner with DHL through them, because through them now we get a special delivery rate, which is discounted from the normal DHL charges. So they gave us like the DHL Express Easy card, so when I go to drop off the package at the DHL store for them to deliver, they'll only charge me the discounted rate, which is amazing. So that was like guys, I was so happy. And you know, the best thing about that order was that people who order from my products from Fashionomics Africa tend to pay more, because I've listed my products there at a higher price, mostly because I'm targeting an international European market with the Fashionomics Africa page. And I know my products are not, like, my products are not expensive, even with that top up of the rate that I charge on their platform. That's still not expensive for the international market. It's basically like a normal rate, average, maybe even an average of, yeah, I think it's an average, or even maybe just slightly below average rate in the international market. So it's a competitive, that my prices are competitive, but to me in Kenya they're quite profitable, because it's almost double what I would pay for some of those things, for some of those items in Kenya. Almost double, not maybe like 2/3. So the item that she ordered was this satin dress, the Kenyan lioness dress, guys. I really love that dress. It was a gold satin dress, and I guess probably because it's kind of loungewear like, because you can wear it out of the house but also in the house. Like, it's such a simple dress. And I remember telling you guys what, like, earlier this year, like sometime in February, how some Kenyan girl, some hater, had gone, when I was like putting up those pictures on my social media page, and gone and commented on the picture of that dress and said how this dress looks like a nightgown, it shouldn't even be this much, it's too expensive, it's not worth it, basically just shitting my design. And for that girl in France to pay almost, actually, and this girl was saying that it was too expensive when I had listed it at around 3,500 Kenya shillings, while on the Fashionomics Africa page I had listed it for $55 US. That's like around 5,500 Kenya shillings. Now it's actually, yeah, it's around 5,500 Kenya shillings. So I actually, that comment actually made me feel so bad that I actually kind of lowered the price on my website. I made it 3,000 because I felt like maybe it's not worth it, maybe my design is not worth it. But for that girl in France to pay the 55 USD, no questions asked, I just like reassured me that, like, that design is actually a good design, because I really loved it, you know. Yeah, and then she also paid for the delivery fees, which so yeah, I'll basically need to start working on that order soon. I can't wait to start working on that order, and I can't wait to start make my first international delivery. So I've also been getting some inquiries from like some Kenyans living abroad, especially in the UK, who would want to buy my products. And yes, I do ship internationally. I'm a DHL Express partner through Fashionomics Africa. So even if you don't shop for my products through the Fashionomics Africa page, I still have I'll still charge you the discounted DHL rate because of the privileges I have. So you'll still pay for the discounted DHL rate to get your product, so you can still shop for it directly from my site. So yeah, anyway, that got me through the week, and this video is already 15 minutes long. Okay, I've been talking for so long. Okay, let me go wash off this mask, and then I'll come back and finish this little video. Okay guys, so I've just washed off the mask. My skin feels amazing, as it always does after using this mask. So I was telling you guys I'm breaking out slightly. And then also, what are those dark spots? I never usually get dark spots. I don't want to start dealing with hyperpigmentation with my skin, honestly guys. That's a whole other story, like, you know. Anyway, so yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna let my face air dry, and then I will put on my moisturizer, and then I'm going to go have lunch, and then I'm going to watch an episode of Power, and then I'm going to prepare for my meeting with my manager this afternoon for 1 hour before the call. Yeah, and that'll be sort of my work for today, because I did some work in the morning as well when I woke up. So yeah, I haven't even been sewing, guys, and each time I don't sew, guys, I'm not okay. Like, I'm not okay. I just need to get back to sewing. I know I promised you guys a new DIY video soon. I'll try and film it this weekend. I will try my hardest. I already know what I want to film. I already have the I already know exactly what I want to do. I have the fabrics, I have everything, and it's such a cute. It's also going to be like a prelude of a design that is going to be in my collection. So I'm going to show you guys how to do part of it, and then I'm going to finish off the look for my collection, for a piece for my collection. So yeah, I'm not going to be basically making any pieces on this channel that go into my collection, just because I feel like that's going to be like me telling you guys how I make pieces that I want you guys to buy. Anyway, but I'm going to be making like the basics. Basically what I want this sewing series to do is share with you guys the basics of sewing, and then from that you can come up with your own creative looks. So if you just know the basics, then you can do anything, you know, you don't have to copy. So yeah, yeah, I think I love my skin looks good. Okay, my skin here looks good, so I'm just hoping my face starts cooperating as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end this video here. It was such a random video. It was just like me basically airing my thoughts with you guys, telling you guys what I've been through. Just know that, you know, we all go through this like really tough times in our lives, with tough times with our mental health, and sometimes not people won't even know what's going on, you know. Anyway, for anyone that's going through anything and not really wanting to talk about it with anyone, just know, girl, that I feel you. I totally feel you. For me, I find it much easier to talk about things that I've gone through once I've overcome them. Like when I'm not in that depressive mood anymore, when I'm not in that struggle anymore, then I can easily talk about it. But when I'm going through it, I find it really difficult to share. So yeah, I think that is it. I can see my skin is really like drying up. Yeah, you guys, now you can see the little breakouts there. I really don't like them. What the hell? What the hell? Anyway, guys, enough of seeing my face for the day. I wish you all a lovely weekend, and I will catch up with you guys very soon with another DIY video, hopefully. Until then, see you later, and happy new month, by the way.